Hi, and welcome to the vlog. I want to read one of my husband's favorite books for his birthday and then casually sneak it into conversation and be like, oh yeah, that kind of reminds me of this character in this book, just to see his reaction. I've never done anything like this for him, but he's always making fun of the books that I read. He's like, you're always reading kissing books about ogres that are starting coffee shops and they marry a whimsical fairy. He says that I should read real literature, and he thinks real literature is Russian novels. That's not my thing. But I really did like watching The Great. I like period pieces in like England, and we're watching The Gilded Age right now. I like that too. I just don't know about classic Russian literature. So I'm going to take you guys to my bookshelf that I share with my husband and show you the novels that I'm going to pick from. I already have one in mind, but I'm going to look and see what else he may have read that he's enjoyed. Something else he really wants me to read is Red Rising, which I have read book one, but that is a really, really long commitment. I only have a week and a half to get this done. Honestly, it's probably not going to even take me a week and a half to read it, but when I'm reading it in secret, because I can't listen to it or read the book in front of him, he's home a lot of the time. This is going to be interesting. I'm going to take you to the shelf. So these books are some of his favorites. Bring you a little bit closer here. He really wants me to read C.S. Lewis's Space Trilogy. It's like fairy tales, his nonfiction. He enjoyed this book a lot. He really enjoyed A Gentleman in Moscow, and we ended up watching it together. These are like short stories. This is the book that I have in mind, The Master and Margarita, because that was really the book that got him into reading. He has not read Anna Karenina or Crime and Punishment. I'm not reading The Brothers Karamazov. I can't do that in a week and a half. And then I don't think he's read Resurrection. My three choices are The Death of Ivan Ilyich and Other Stories. Super short. A Gentleman in Moscow. I know this is not classic Russian literature, but he really liked this book, and I totally forgot about its existence on our shelf. Or I could read The Master and Margarita, and I think I'm going to pick this one because this one sounded the most entertaining, and we've already listened to a Mikhail Bulgakov book together called A Dog's Heart, and it was fine. Like it was actually really entertaining and funny. Plus, I think the cover is super intriguing with the like demon cat. Plus, I've seen other covers, like I'll put them up here, and it's very interesting. But okay, I'm going to get settled in and start reading this. I'm going to try to film the quickest update that I can to still keep this reading vlog a secret from my husband. He's currently walking the dogs right now, so I don't know how long I actually have. Master and Margarita is about the devil that comes to Moscow in the 1930s, and the first part of the book is kind of a compilation of all the weird, wacky things that happen in Moscow that let us know that the devil is there. And then the second part of the book, which is where I'm at now, is about Margarita. She flies out of her window in a broom, leaves her husband, and ends up hanging out with the devil. I'm engaged. I just don't know how I feel about this book. I was very confused in the beginning because it's a translated work, so I was following along in the book, or at least trying to, but the audiobook that I'm listening to is different because it's translated. So it was very confusing at first because the audiobook calls one of the characters, I don't even know how to say it. In the novel, he's called homeless. His writing is just very different. Bulgakov really does have a lot of animal characters in his books that I've read. We read The Heart of a Dog or A Dog's Heart by him on a road trip one time, and basically there's a stray dog that's found, and the man that finds him decides that he's going to experiment on this dog, and he transplants some human parts into the dog, and the dog starts to act more and more human, but also he's still a dog, and he's
slowly transforming more and more human, but also still an animal. It was a very interesting commentary. I liked that book. It was really funny. It was very chaotic for sure. I think it was a lot easier to follow than this because the beginning of this book, there's so many like short stories that demonstrate the devil being in Moscow. But there is a talking cat, and he is very subservient, but very, very interesting. I'm actually almost done with it. I'm on chapter 24. I have this much left to go. I don't know. I really don't know how I feel about this book. It is funny. There are laugh out loud parts, but again, it is kind of all over the place. And I'm hoping that there is a moral to the story at the end, but we'll see. I have not told my husband that I'm reading this book yet. He's very creative when he writes these different scenes that happen. I just read about Satan's Great Ball, so I don't know. We'll see how I feel by the end of the book. I'm hoping that Margarita comes to her senses, but we'll see. I will check in once I finish the book. I finished it. I don't know how I feel about this book. Some parts were really funny. For the most part, I felt like it was really long. There's really three parts to this book. The first part is the devil coming to Moscow and kind of sending the town into chaos. And then the second part follows Margarita and her story of hanging out with the devil and what she gets up to. And then the third part is kind of the resolution where she goes back to her husband and things kind of improve, but not really necessarily. It was fine. It was a 3 out of 5 stars for me. Unfortunately, I was not able to surprise my husband because I was betrayed by my audiobook. I got in the car with him while we were on our way to go run some errands, and my audiobook just started playing, and of course he saw the title, and he just like looked at me and I looked at him, and he's like, "What are you reading?" It's like, crap. So I told him that I was reading this book to surprise him for his birthday. And he was like, he thought it was very sweet, which I appreciated because, man, this book was not it for me. Now, of course, he wants me to read something else. He's like, "You should read the third book in this trilogy." And I'm like, it's a trilogy, honey. It's a trilogy. He's currently rereading the third book in this trilogy. That's why there's a bookmark in it. But he said I don't have to read all three, but I'm a completionist. Of course I'm going to read all three. So my surprise was ruined, and the book was not even that great. So maybe next year I'll pick a better book for his birthday, or we can read a book together. Maybe Russian classics aren't for me, but there are some classics out there that I really enjoy, like Jane Eyre. It's one of my favorite books. I just love the drama. So maybe Russia is not the perfect setting for me. I don't know. I can't say that I've read enough Russian classics to know, but my husband is currently slogging his way through The Idiot, and he does not like it. He says it's very complex and complicated. I told him I was very confused on the first part of this book. He did tell me Russians really enjoy stories within stories, so that was very enlightening for him to say that. I don't know about this Russian literature. Maybe I'll try C.S. Lewis next time. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me. If you're still watching, let me know if you've read this book or if you have read any other Russian novels that you might think that I would enjoy. And if you don't know what to comment the little cat emoji, because he causes quite a bit of hijinks in the book, and he was probably the funniest part of this book. I will see you guys soon in a new video. Happy reading.